Hi there, I'm Lisa from Mythical Witchery. Welcome to my channel, and if you've been here before, welcome back. Last month, I released a video on mass market decks that I'm looking forward to in 2024. Today, I'm sharing with you indie decks that I'm looking forward to receiving this year. Most of these decks have already had their campaigns completed on Kickstarter, but there is one very special deck that has not yet been released on Kickstarter and is coming up like really soon, and I'm so excited about it. So let's get started here and take a look at some of these decks that I'm really so excited about receiving. The first deck in my list today is A Hare's Odyssey. This is by Phil and Jackie Lovesey in the UK. They are the creators of the beloved world of Matlock the Hare, which includes an illustrated fantasy trilogy, 2 full-color hardback books, and decks including The White Hare Wisdom, which was released in 2019, The Arboretum in 2020, The Four Covens playing cards in 2021, The Secrets of Wandwood in 2022, and The Magic Cottage in 2023. This deck was fully funded on the 27th of February and had 437 backers. That's 545% of their goal. The description of this deck says, join Matlock the Hare as he takes an unexpected odyssey in search of magical wisdom in faraway lands just a heartbeat away from our own. In this uniquely whimsical fantasy oracle deck, let Matlock be your guide as you encounter magical secrets, enchanted creatures, and hidden wisdom on your journey, whilst also discovering calming moments of strength, peace, and mindfulness along the way. However you choose to use this deck, A Hare's Odyssey chimes with your own intuition, unlocking inner wisdom via a 200-page full-color guidebook featuring stories and explanations for all 44 cards, creating a truly immersive oracle experience full of fantastic creatures, unexpected surprises, magical stories, and more. The cards measure 3.5 inches by 5 inches, and they're on 350 GSM stock. It comes in a 2-part rigid box and is all hand-drawn. There is no AI. The cost of this deck was £30 at the early bird price plus £6 shipping. I have the Magic Cottage and I absolutely love it. It is such a sweet deck, and I'm really looking forward to receiving A Hare's Odyssey very soon. The next deck I'd like to share with you today is the Afterlight Tarot. This deck was chosen by Kickstarter as one of the projects that we love, which include what they call the best and brightest and are handpicked by Kickstarter. This is by Filipino tarot artist Leonard Jim Narciso, the creator of the Urban Cantations Tarot in 2022 and the Lenormand, the Vanessa Tarot, and Tarot de Maria Celia, both published by US Games. He also created the Afterlight Lenormand, the Twilight Canonical Lenormand, the Graven Chase Lenormand, and Tarot in the Gloaming, as well as others. These are available on his Etsy shop, and there will be a link in the description. The Afterlight Tarot was fully funded on the 7th of March with 121 backers at 450% above their goal. The deck's name comes from the Impressionist art movement, which aimed to capture the transient and dynamic qualities of light and color as the viewer sees it, like an impression of a scene. The name comes from how color behaves scientifically, but also in the movement's context. Color is generated after light touches a surface. The name also is a wordplay on the concept of the afterlife, since tarot attempts to intuit matters beyond the mundane. The creator says, the deck's art is what I like to refer to as digital mixed media. It is a digital approach which mimics mixed media fine art. It is something I developed from around the time I created our previous Kickstarter deck, the Urban Incantations. Basically, I start with royalty-free pictures, and then I do a crude collage of these, and then paint over them digitally, and afterwards I subject them to a process that I develop specifically for each project that I make. This deck is printed on 310 GSM casino quality linen cardstock, and I got it on Kickstarter for €55. I've always been a huge fan of the Impressionists, in particular Monet and Manet, and I am really looking forward to this deck because it speaks to my artist soul. The Creatures Black and White Tarot is by Sarah Kathleen, a UK artist. She's the creator of the original Creatures Tarot and Creatures Oracle, as well as Everybody's Tarot and Everybody's Oracle. This is Sarah's 6th campaign. All were funded. The Creatures Black and White was launched on the 5th of March and fully funded in 48 hours. There were a total of 132 backers at 127% of the goal, and the campaign completed on April 4th. The description says, these simple, human-free, black and white cards have been part of a deep, meaningful study in truly examining how each card feels at its core without the distraction of color and complication. In 2023, Sarah created the colorful, original Creatures Tarot. This deck uses the same family of creatures, but features completely new artwork. This deck is printed on 310 black core hermetic stock and is really easy to shuffle. The stock is beautiful quality. It comes in a rigid box and includes a perfect bound book. This was priced on Kickstarter at £40. I'm really looking forward to getting this deck. I have the original Creatures Tarot and I really love it. There's just something special about it. It takes humans out of the equation and just lets you feel. I don't know how to describe it other than that. It's such a fun, sweet deck, and it's one that I'm excited to add to my collection. The next indie deck that I'm looking forward to receiving this year is the Magical Creatures. This is another deck that was chosen by Kickstarter as one of their projects we love. This deck is by Linda from Wilder Heart Studio in Calgary, Canada, which is my hometown. She's the creator of the Northern Animal Tarot, and this is her 3rd project. I have the Northern Animal Tarot and I really love it. This deck was fully funded on the 23rd of January, 169% funded with 560 backers. This deck is about wild magical creatures and fantastical dreams which are woven together into new tarot and oracle stories. The description says, a journey into enchantment. Embark on an enchanting journey with the Magical Creatures Tarot deck. This unique deck brings your most whimsical daydreams to life, featuring dragons, unicorns, gnomes, and mystical water creatures. Each card invites you to explore new stories and visions in a world where magic is real. Soar through the skies, dive into mysterious waters, and wander enchanted forests under the moon's guiding light. Your path through this magical realm is yours to discover. This deck is printed on 310 GSM casino grade cardstock and has a linen finish. This is an exceptional quality deck. It is exactly the same cardstock that she used on the Northern Animal Tarot, and if you're familiar with that deck, then you'll know that this is just an incredible cardstock to use. This was listed on Kickstarter at 73 Canadian dollars or £42. I really can't wait to receive this deck because the Northern Animal Tarot is one of my all-time favorite decks, and I have a feeling that the Magical Creatures is going to be right up there as well. The Naked Truth Tarot was chosen by Kickstarter as one of the projects we love. This is by Mustafa, the creator of the beautiful Baroque Tarot. It's important to note that there is absolutely no AI at all in the Naked Truth. It's been created from carefully curated art images. This deck was 1,000% funded, 1,000%, with 772 backers, and it's now available for pre-order. I will be putting a link in the description below. Mustafa said in his description, "Because there's nothing more beautiful than a human body on a canvas. I've long been captivated by the raw beauty and honesty of nudity in classical paintings, where both the strength and vulnerability of the human body are laid bare. Going through medical school has deepened my appreciation for the human form in every shape, color, and size. Inspired by this, I've decided to create the Naked Truth Tarot, a tarot deck that honors the beauty of our physical being through the medium of classical art, all while exploring the rich symbolism tarot has to offer." This deck is being printed on 350 GSM art paper with a linen finish and will have rose gold foil, fronts, backs, and edges. I paid $45 for this deck, and I'm really looking forward to receiving this. When I received the Baroque Tarot, I was thrilled with the quality, and I am absolutely certain that the Naked Truth is going to be at least as good. The Oracle of Shifting Shadow is a 33-card oracle deck created by two sisters in the UK, Mort and Emily of the Old Forest Forge. They're based in Glastonbury, England, the land of King Arthur and the magical location of Avalon. They're the creators of the Fairy Pilgrim's Guide to Glastonbury. This deck was launched in Kickstarter on September 29th and fully funded in 4 days. It was 200% funded at the end of the campaign with 130 backers. Their description says, "The more we grow as people, the more we are introduced to this concept inside ourselves of the shadow, and it is our belief that this is the place that deep and profound spiritual healing comes from during our human journey here on Earth. The Oracle of Shifting Shadow features fae and other beings who embody aspects of our own shadow self." This will be printed on 350 GSM art paper, and all of the illustrations are hand-painted. The deck will have silver edges and come in a 2-part silver-edged box. This deck was listed for £26. To see a shadow deck with fae creatures is really exciting. I've never seen anything quite like this before, and I'm looking forward to this. The Practical Tarot was chosen by Kickstarter as one of the projects we love. This is by Lisa Kessler, the best-selling author of paranormal fiction. Their first campaign for this deck did not fund. It reached 87% in autumn of 2022. She launched it again in January of 2023. On the 8th of February, it was 124% funded with 233 backers. This deck has been picked up by the mass market and will be available for sale in January of 2025. At this time, the deck is currently being printed, and as far as I know, the book is still with a proofreader, so I'm really not sure when we're going to receive this deck, but I hope it'll be soon because we've been waiting for a long time. The description says, "Practical Tarot takes the memorization out of the equation by teaching you to recognize patterns, symbols, and cycles in the cards. This language in the cards will make using your cards more intuitive and your spreads more fun and exciting instead of a stressful memorization exercise." This is being printed on 350 GSM Coreless Plus art paper with a varnish finish. This deck was listed as $45 with a PDF book or $75, including a 200-page physical book. I am looking forward to getting this deck, but after this length of time of waiting, it's lost a little bit of its luster, to be fair. But what I hadn't realized at the time when I backed this is that the artwork was nowhere near finished. Now that I know that, would I have backed this deck? Probably not, but I am looking forward to receiving it anyway. The final deck I'm sharing with you today is one that I am so excited about. This is The Unicorn's Journey by Lisa Papez, illustrated by Francesca Paolucci. This deck is a storybook-style tarot deck for self-worth. I've been following this project since Lisa first announced it. She sent regular updates via email, sharing the cards and the descriptions as they were completed. This campaign and deck have been incredibly well planned, and I know it is going to be a huge success. I will be linking her Kickstarter campaign in the description box below. The campaign will be launching on the 20th of April, and Lisa will be holding a launch party live on her channel, so anyone who wants to join her can be there when the campaign goes live. Lisa will be doing readings from her deck and sharing her excitement with her supporters, and I know it's going to be an exciting day. You can sign up to be notified on launch as well. I'll include a link to Lisa's channel below. I asked Lisa if there was anything she wanted to share about her deck, and she said, "The Unicorn's Journey has two defining characteristics. First, the deck has a strong self-worth, self-actualization, and personal growth emphasis. Second, each suit has a clear storyline progression centering on the main character of the deck, Mystic, and each suit's story weaves together to tell a larger story throughout the deck. The 200-plus page guidebook will be sized to fit within the box with the cards and will include detailed information for every card, including a snippet of Mystic's story as it relates to that card, information on what is happening visually on the card, upright and reversed keywords and meanings, and a self-worth message or piece of advice. The deck will be printed on 330 GSM German black core cardstock with a linen finish, the highest quality cardstock that Lisa could source. I'm so excited about the cardstock. It is incredible. If you're familiar with a Terra Volatile, it is exactly the same cardstock as that, and it is an absolute dream to work with. Lisa says that the Kickstarter will launch with two options, a standard-sized tarot and a mini or pocket-sized deck. As it's her first Kickstarter, she plans to keep stretch goals relatively simple, with the first several focusing on improving the deck itself, things like a couple of additional cards, colored edges, box upgrades, and silver holographic detailing for the backs of the cards. All of the art is complete. The cards have been formatted, the guidebook is written and edited, and just awaiting a few final tweaks. She's done her best to minimize the amount of work that will need to be done after the campaign to make sure that the wait time for backers to receive their decks is as short as she can manage. And wow, I'm beside myself about this deck. It looks like it's going to be absolutely beautiful, and I told Lisa this is an absolute gift to the tarot community, and I mean that so sincerely. This deck is everything that I've looked for in a deck. This is a dream deck for me. I know this is her dream project, but it's a dream for a lot of us as well. So thanks to Lisa for that. Well, we've reached the end of my compilation of indie decks that I'm looking forward to in 2024. Are there any indie decks that you're really looking forward to this year? Please feel free to share them in the comments below. I read and respond to absolutely every single comment. As I said before, I will include links in the description box below for where you can get more information on each of these decks. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, may love and laughter light your days. Bye for now.